What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Surviving in Alabama, and today we're going to talk about fuel storage. So, the other day I posted a video, well I think it was yesterday, I posted my video about the chicken's new home. I'm still working that problem, but I have moved them, and this is what they're in right now. So you see this coop right here, it's got the plastic on the top side of it. So I'm gonna take that plastic off and see if I can put up some better walls. There they are right there. So this is their house for now. So hopefully within the next few days, I'll have a top put on this run, and then I can let them outside. You know, for over a year, I let my chickens they just went wherever they wanted to. They just hung out at the house, walked through the woods. They just did whatever they wanted to do. And I didn't really have any trouble, because I think free ranging is the best way to go. You know, you don't have to worry about parasites and all that other kind of stuff. But then they started getting picked off. And it took some time. I mean, this went on for months and months. It started out with a hawk or two, and one day a coyote got one. And how I know it was a coyote is because I actually saw the coyote running with the chicken in his mouth. And so, the chicken ended up dying. But when I started yelling at the coyote, and the dog took off after it, and the coyote dropped the chicken. So anyway, so all that being said, I had to come up with a different plan. Before you will, please hit that subscribe button. I'm trying to grow this channel. I'm trying to put out good content. And subscribe, send it to your friends, and give me the thumbs up. So, what we want to talk about today is fuel storage. And I have a fuel system set up for my diesel, and I'm going to show that to you right now. This is my system that I have set up for diesel. This is a 55-gallon drum, and then I have this pump on it, and then I have a hose where I can fill up a jug, or either pull the tractor in here and fill it up directly. So, by the way, this right here is a dishwasher drain hose, and I had an extra one, and I'm like, I wonder if that'll fit on. So I just slipped it up on there, and I was like, oh my gosh, it fits perfect. So I just put a hose clamp on it. It's good to go. Free hose. All right, so this pump right here, it costs like $35 at Amazon, and it works pretty good. But although you do have to pump it several times to get it to prime. I think if it was like a better pump, I probably wouldn't have to do that, but you have to pump it about 25 times to get it to prime. And once it primes, it pumps on good. But what I don't have is a good system to hold gasoline. And having diesel in this shop, it's not really a big deal, because diesel doesn't emit fumes like gasoline does. So I'll show you what I do have. Sorry about the lighting. I had a couple of bulbs blown out in this side of the shop. But anyway, this is what I have for gasoline. I have 4 jugs. I have a 5-gallon, a 2.5, and I think two 2-gallons. Well, that's not that much. And then by the way, yellow is for diesel, and that's what I use it for. There's not gas in there. Still drinking on that morning coffee. That's just, I don't know about y'all, but I just absolutely love morning coffee. It's one of the great pleasures God gave us. So back to talking about gasoline. So this was, now all the projects I got going on, this one's been on the back burner, and it really shouldn't have, but you know, urgent and important. I'm just trying to do all I can do. But a year ago, I went over to a friend's house that sold his property, and so he had to clean it up. And then some friends of mine, actually the ones that bought it, so I knew both of them. But so, and they did not want all this stuff that he had all kinds of stuff, and I've got all kinds of stuff around here that came from his house. He was just getting rid. It was going to the scrapyard. So this is what I saved. So this is a 50-gallon fuel tank. Now this one is made for either gasoline or diesel. So it's rated to hold gasoline. And see, he built some kind of like skid on the bottom of it. So it sat out in the rain, it got water in it, and he said he was scared to use it because of the, water, rust, and all whatever's on the inside. So it just sat out there for, I really don't even know how long. Probably, so I would suspect some years went by. But I got it for free. And to the best of my knowledge, it's still okay. Now there is a valve down there on the bottom, and I don't know that there's a rust hole in it anywhere. So I'm gonna replace that valve, and then I'm gonna put some evapor rust in it, and I'm gonna clean it out, and I'm gonna paint it, and I'm gonna get this tank back working, and I'm gonna put a pump on it just like my other one. But I'm not gonna be able to keep that inside the shop, because I don't think that keeping something that emits fumes is safe to be inside a building. So I have plans for it. So telling you all this, future video, I'm going to be building a box to surround this fuel tank, and I'm going to have it set out. Hold on, I'll show you. Okay, this is my outside storage carport shed, where this is where I keep the tractor and the side-by-side and the four-wheeler and all that kind of stuff, and the lawnmower. So I want to build a box, a waterproof box, or at least where it sheds the water, and put that in the corner of this building, some undercover, and so I can pull up to it and fill up with gasoline, and yet the sun won't be able to get on it to heat the tank. So if you've ever seen like a plastic gas can, and then it's full of gas, and then it sets in the sun for just a few minutes, it starts swelling like a balloon. Well, I want to prevent that. And I'm not saying that this tank will do that. I don't believe it will. But it'll still swell a little bit. Excuse me, something's flying around me. But it'll still swell a little bit, I think. But so I'm gonna build a wooden box, and that wood is not gonna transfer the heat, or not as much. So it'll keep the sun off of it, it'll keep water out of it, it'll keep the gasoline from getting contaminated, and I think it's gonna work out. Thanks for joining along with me today and listening to me ramble. But something you should think about is yourself keeping fuel of some sort. Now, I have a pretty good diesel set up. 50 gallons or 55 gallons I can put in it. I load it with the tractor and put it in the back of the truck and go up to the store and fill it up. But my gas cans, hey, them 5-gallon gas cans and the smaller gas cans, I don't know about y'all, but I just hate using them. But you got to do what you got to do. However, you should think about storing fuel, because hey, if we have some kind of disaster, some kind of a cyber attack, whatever, they already shut down the oil pipeline, or the fuel pipeline running from like Louisiana to up in the Northeast somewhere, 2 years ago. And so it can happen. And one of our gas stations right here in Columbiana, they actually ran out of gas. So it's a big deal to just keep some gas on hand. I wish I had a 5,000 gallon tank, but that's just not what I have. So we're gonna get this 50-gallon tank up and going probably in the next week or two. And you join me, come along. I really appreciate it. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. God bless.